afternoon, morning, evening, whenever it is you're watching. How are you getting on? So we're going to do a little bit. You say hello.
Hello.
Man of many words, yet again. So welcome to the channel. If you don't know me, I'm Corinne Binks, the Golfing Princess, and this is my other half, Paul Neal, and together we are the Mr vs Mrs series. So if you haven't checked out any of our challenges, matches, whatever you want to call them, go check them out and see who is the current champion, if any. See where we're at. So this week we're not doing a challenge as such because obviously we're in lockdown. It's been difficult to get out and actually get some content filmed, so I've kind of expended everything that we've got filmed together. So we're just going to I thought, not we, because there's never any we in this, is there? It's always I thought we should do something, and you've just kind of, for the want of a better word, towed the line. Just kind of go with it, don't you?
Yes.
So I thought we'll do something different. I've done Q&As myself, so I thought we'll do a little bit of a Q&A together and see if we can get some interesting questions from you guys and some interesting answers. Obviously all answers will be our own opinion, our own thoughts, and will be answered fully, truthfully, honestly.
Yes.
I can tell people there's no guns, there's no nothing to be pointed at people to make them say what you know, what I want them to say. They can say what they want. So let's kick this thing off, and the first question we had in was from Keith Harris. I love Keith, he's lovely Keith. So what is Neil's golf goal in, hang on again. So because there's the lights on the camera and it's making my eyes go funny. What is Neil's goal in golf? Oh, I'll just point out as well, Neil hasn't seen any of these questions. So they're all, he's a bit blind to them. Are you both driven to get to a lower handicap than the other one? Hashtag rivalry.
Well, obviously I do want to be a lower handicapper than Corinne, which I'm not at the minute. She's beaten me by one shot. I'm 29, she's 28, so I think we would both like to get to, well, I would certainly like to get to low 20s, late teens by the end of the year if we ever get back out again. And I quite like it where we're at a level where we are competitive, and it's sort of like where we are at the minute with our handicaps. It's one shot, so we
don't even keel,
even. So I'd like to keep it that way.
What it means is, I don't want me to get like real better and kick his ass.
No, I don't want to. Well, actually, the better she gets, the more shots I get. So, do I really want to have a lower handicap than Corinne? I'd like to be a couple of shots higher in that case. So I'll always have a couple of shots. So. Yeah,
so my goal is to get to, by the end of the season, if we can get back out, is to get to sort of high teens. I think if we can keep on the practice at home with the chipping, which is my worst part of my game, there's no reason why, as long as we can get out this year, there's no reason why it can't dramatically pick up. Now, just going back to 18 months ago,
yes.
When I just talking about the rivalry, we're never overly rival together. We're
overly competitive.
Overly competitive. We obviously both want to win, but we're not like haha loser. There's none of that. It's all very amicable. But about 18 months ago, I'll be honest, I did actually start feeling really bad because I was winning all the time, and that was. Now
my heart,
they're all going to be going up. Oh Neil!
My heart bleeds.
No, but you know, it was about the time when you were ready for jacking in.
It was, yeah.
And I think nothing was going right, and you were just ready for sacking it off, throwing your golf clubs away, and just having done with it. And it was the time that you started having your lessons.
It was, yes.
Now up to that point, because you weren't playing so well consistently, and it was all the time. Obviously, I wasn't much better, but it just meant that I was winning all the time. And I did actually feel really guilty about the fact that he was playing so bad, because it's nice for us both to have that equal winning, yeah. Me win, you win me, and we always kind of bounce off each other, don't we?
Yes, yes, we do.
But so I hope that's answered your question, Keith. We are both driven to get a lower handicap. I'd probably say I'm a little bit more driven than you. Would you say?
Probably, yeah.
Because I think I want to be the best lady of the club. best handicap lady at the club.
Yes, you do.
That kind of drives me to want to be lower. It's not necessarily him, it's wanting to be the lowest handicap at the club in the ladies division, which is about 18 I think at the minute. The lowest one's about 18. So that's my ultimate goal, but obviously if I'm better than him, that just helps. So I hope that answered your question, Keith. Next one is on Twitter, CPB Chris. Beginner golfer, need a set, what should I buy? Well, it's kind of an open-ended question, that, because it depends on A, what your budget is, B, are you wanting to play golf just for leisure, for a knock around with your mates and just something to do, or are you wanting to get into golf to get to a low handicap and, just be really driven to get better? Because I think that would kind of dictate what you do. Would you say?
I think it's your budget more than anything.
Budget is your initial one.
I would always say buy the best clubs you can afford.
Yeah.
Personally, don't be brand swayed.
Yeah.
Try as many clubs of that value that you can find. Try them out first, see which suits you better.
Yeah.
And then just take it from there. And obviously, if you buy second hand, if you get something that'll hold its value, when you do come to a stage where you want to upgrade, you've got more to come back to put down on your next.
Yeah.
Your next set. I mean, the clubs me and Corin started with, I think, were they Dunlop?
They were Dunlops from Sports Direct.
Sports Direct Dunlops.
This guy's, as you mentioned, he's from America, so there's a lot of different brands over there.
So it was a very cheap set, and then.
And the reasoning for that is because we didn't want to spend a lot in case we didn't take it up.
Yeah, and then we progressed to some Mizunos. I think they were Mizuno.
JPX.
JP. Was it JP?
JPX EZs.
EZs. But that was a trip to a golf shop that was again Sports Direct had a branch called Golf Direct, and the branch we went to was shutting down. And it was virtually
everything was 50% off.
50% off. So 2 sets of clubs cost us what 1 set would have cost.
I think 2 sets cost us about 500 quid. They're about 250 quid each.
No, they were less than that.
They weren't.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is they were half price. So buying 1 set would have been what we would have spent on.
Yeah.
Or we would have needed to spend on 1 set, but we got them like I say 50% off. So, but just the best you can afford, and just make it, if you're going to be golfing regularly, you get more the more value for money out of them.
You get more out of them. Yeah. So I hope that answers your question, Chris. Look at your budget first, and then get what's the best you can buy. But as you say, try a few different ranges.
You might the cheaper ones might suit your game better. So again, try before you buy. Really.
Yeah, absolutely. Next one, Yorkie Bar, Paul. What would mine and your top 5 bucket list golf courses to play be? Well, I bet you wish I would give you a bit of heads up on this, don't you?
I don't know, because there's that many. I think we had a chat yesterday with other YouTubers, didn't we, online, and I think everybody's ultimately says St Andrews. That's probably the main one that everyone will want to play, but every course you see on TV just looks so nice, doesn't it? I'd like. We've played in Portugal. I'd like to play in America at some point. So, but again, a lot of the courses in America we probably couldn't afford to play. But if in the bucket list, I suppose. Everyone would want to play somewhere like Pebble Beach.
Yeah, Augusta.
Sawgrass. And then over here, the Belfry. Like I said, St Andrews, Glen Eagles, Troon, all those. I'd like to play some links golf because we haven't really played any of that. So.
There's a couple over.
I think 5 is a bit narrow, really, a bit of a small number. There's like lots of courses would like to play, and obviously, the better we get, that's another goal to lowering your handicap. The better we get, the more confident we'd feel going to
Yeah.
a higher level course. Would you agree?
I'd agree. Yeah, I think if you're looking at some 5 golf courses that are doable, shall we say, because like your Augustas and that, they are bucket list but pie in the sky, aren't they? Sorry, but so the ones that I'd like to do that are attainable, I'd like to play Celtic Manor. We're supposed to be playing there, aren't we, at some point this year. So I'm looking forward to playing there. Like you say, Belfry, but there's 2 or 3 courses at Belfry. You'd want to play the most iconic one at these courses.
But yeah, Celtic Manor's got 2 courses, so it's just...
I'd like to play at Woburn, because we've been there, and was it the Marquis course? For the Ladies Open, Women's British Open. I'd like to play one of the...
I think, like, so we went to Woburn, didn't we? But we also went to
St Anne's.
Lytham St Anne's, and that's a totally different course, but that'd be a nice one to play as well, wouldn't it?
I think on your bucket list, on your top 5, you'd want to play. You have to have at least 1 linked course in there, 1 Parkland, 1 like your deserty type.
Deserty type. Yeah, okay. Deserty type coin. I like that one. But I tell you what, they have those in like Dubai and that, and that's when you say things that I don't want to go to Dubai. I won't want to go there.
Well, there's a lot of places I wouldn't want to go, but if there's a golf course, I'll go. We're not being first on going to Thailand, but I'd quite like to go there to play the golf courses.
Yes. Yeah.
See, since I started playing golf 3 years ago, my holiday goals have changed. If it's not got a golf course, I'm not interested. How bad's that? So I hope that answered it. It doesn't really answer your question, Yorker Bar, but I hope it gives you a bit of an insight as to where...
We'd like to play lots of golf courses.
I just want
my number 1 on my list at the minute is Crook Hill. I'd love to get back to our course just to be able to swing a golf club.
That is hashtag golf, isn't it?
Yeah.
Next one, Darren Sturman. What was your first reaction to... Oh, for God's sake. What was your first reaction to the funds playing golf? And what did you honestly think the first time you played it? So there's 2 questions there. So the first time I played it, we'd gone to the driving range first, hadn't we? And...
Is a question to you about me?
About you, yeah. It's alright, you can just take it back to the
okay.
This one. So, first time I played, we went to the driving range, and then you said to me, if you enjoyed that, we'll go and play a 9-hole course for Ouston. We'll take you up there, it's very casual, very laid back, go up there and have a knock around and see what you think. So we did, didn't we?
We did.
Now, it's a 9-hole course, it's about, par 35 or something?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
And I think I went round, my very first go, about 150 shots, which is ridiculous. But I really enjoyed it, I did really enjoy it. And up until I went to the driving range, golf on TV, golf in general was just like, oh my god, it's so boring, why would you do that? Oh my god. And I thought it was the most dull sport on earth. Why would you want to watch people hitting a ball with a stick? When I went to the driving range with you, and I just hit a few balls, I wasn't going very far, was I? But I was hitting quite straight. I was like, foolishly, quite easy this, isn't it? Yeah, of course it is. So, and it just kind of, something just clicked, and I just thought, I quite like this. And then we went, because driving range is fine, but you're not actually going anywhere. Went on the course, you're actually aiming for a target. And that's what made it more interesting for me. I thought, I really like this. I didn't really think, I don't mean this the way it's sad, I didn't really think much of the fun's playing because I didn't really think about what he was doing. I was thinking more about what I was trying to do.
I think she was just Corinne was really impressed at how impatient I was.
Yes.
And how supportive.
Yeah.
Which is one thing that I were, because when Corinne said we went to driving range, and I think we got 100 balls or something like that for me to use, and Corinne, and I think I hit about 20, and Corinne was just, I sat back. And every time she hit one, I kept saying, even if it went like 10 yards, and she did get frustrated, to be honest, she got very frustrated when she was there, but I kept saying to her, well, you've not hit it very far, but you've hit it straight, a lot of people can't do that. And I progressed, and then that's when I said to her, maybe we should go and have a game, a 9-hole game. And again, we turned up at the golf course. I don't think you were particularly looking forward to it, were you?
Nope.
And again, I tried to reassure her that everyone's got to start, and we had a little bit of luck. The golf course was empty.
Yeah.
That's when the luck stopped initially, because 2 guys came with all the gear, we got
older
guys. You know, we're talking what some people are called coffin dodgers. I'd call seniors, and like I say, again, I just said to the guys, would you mind teeing off and going in front of us, because Corin's never played before, so we don't want to hold you up. And this guy got his driver out and he set his ball on a tee, and he said these immortal words to Corin: "Everyone's got to learn, love," and proceeded to shank his drive 20 yards under a tree, which was actually the best thing that could happen to Corin, because she saw that this guy had got a lot of experience and he totally cocked it up.
Yeah, but
he wasn't embarrassed. He just carried on.
He just shook it off.
And he shook it off. But then Corin proceeded to tee off. Probably went about 30-40 yards down fairway, straight as a die. I teed off, went a hell of a lot further than Corin, I must admit. But I probably went into trees to one side. But again, I deal with that. But Corin plodded along up the fairway. I'm not going to say how many shots he took because I can't remember. But
that was 150 altogether.
Yeah, it were a lot of shots down the fairway, and eventually we got on green and you finished off, didn't you? And you putted, and that 9-hole of golf. After that 9 holes, and again I was saying to her, everyone's got to start. But I think when you play your first round of golf, you always hit one shot.
Yeah,
that brings you back. And she did have a couple of good shots where she was connecting with ball, etc. So that's where really Corin's obsession came from. And she couldn't wait to go out next week, could you? Following week. In fact, we might have even gone out next day. I can't quite remember. But after that, it became like a real obsession for Corin to take up golf. And obviously, initially, every time we played, I won. But we didn't have handicaps. We just played. But I were a lot better than Corin, even though I were atrocious. I weren't atrocious, but I were, not very good. But like I say, Corin just got the bug for it there. So that's probably not answered your question, Darren. It's probably twisted the question as to how Corin started and how what I thought about her. Corin couldn't really have an opinion on me when we first started because she knew nothing really.
I think my only opinion on you was that you were very patient, because I knew that I was not being slow, but because I was taking so long to get to where I needed to be, it was taking ages to get there, and he was very patient. And you've been very patient with Kate, haven't you? When we
go with Kate, and I think I'm probably more patient with Kate than Corin is really.
I'm not patient with her.
It's just that
I think it's because I know how patient you are and how you sort of took it back and took it down to basics with me.
Yeah.
And you were very. I mean, you're a lot more patient at that point than you are in everyday life.
That's what they do say, is it? That if you can't do it, teach.
Maybe you should teach then.
Well,
it's
not. Like I say, even with Kate, she needs to relax.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I can do. I can make people relax.
Yeah, you've got a very calm persona.
I can make people relax when they're feeling anxious. Again, when you're out on course.
So I hope that's answered your question in a fashion, Darren. Kind of. So I'm just going to flick to this other question. That's in fact, no, I'll do this one first. So this is the first one from Phil Brownsword. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Not golf related.
Go on.
Has poor Neil finished the bathroom yet?
No, poor Neil has not finished the bathroom yet. There has been a few problems along the way, but the bath is in. And one thing I have learnt, the power of Twitter, YouTube, and whatever else Corin posts on. That I even managed to get some advice from people on how to fit the bathroom. So, but that genuinely the guy that pointed out that I needed to pack the wall. I had thought about that anyway, but again.
The fact that somebody else has said it, you think, I do need to.
No, I think I knew we had to, but as you know with Corin, she likes to think she knows everything, and she was like, oh no, you don't have to bother. But because we had it reaffirmed by a bathroom fitter, thanks mate. So we will be doing that. But
no, Phil, he hasn't finished the bathroom.
No, second phase is this weekend because obviously with this lockdown, I am.
We've got jack all else to do.
I am working every day, so I don't really want to come home, finish the day's work, then go straight in and start doing some more work at home.
I don't know why though.
I would rather concentrate on that at the weekend when our days are going to be. We're going to need to find something to do. So
yeah, okay.
That's what we're doing.
So there you go, Phil. Ask again in about 3 weeks, 4 weeks. It should be done.
3 or 4 years. Yeah, cool. Depends on lockdown, doesn't it? We don't rush it.
Excuse me.
Next question.